INFPs are very concerned with values, their values and the values of people. They really appreciate harmony, and harmony is going to be the foundation of their learning style as well. They make up 4% of the total population, which actually is 4% male and 4% female. They are very interested in seeing how things can be individualized and personalized, not just to themselves, but to everybody. They are very concerned with what is right and what is wrong, and ensuring that everybody does what is right.
So as we look at their general description of who they are, their personality, let's also remember that they are introverted feeling with an extroverted intuition. So although the introverted feeling is their dominant, they really are more extroverted in their intuition, right? So these are people are idealistic, they're loyal, and they're especially loyal not just to their values, but to people around them. And they want that they have this life that is exactly the same. So what you see on the outside is who they are on the inside, that they are going to be continuously faithful to those values. They're curious, they see quick possibilities, and they like to implement ideas. One of the things that's very interesting is that they're adaptable, flexible, and accepting, even though they are very introverted. Sometimes we look at them and we think, wow, they're a little bit difficult to understand because they're so introspective and complex, but it's because they are actually very original, and that's what makes them a little more difficult to understand. Let's look at their learning style. Their learning style is based on a desire to find solutions for all humanity. They want to be able to solve all the problems in the world. Isn't that wonderful? But that also makes them very difficult sometimes to understand because they have a hard time really conveying what they're thinking and what they're feeling. Now, they want to engage in emotions and aesthetics in learning, so they really need those 5 tactile pieces of life. They're good at theory, and especially when it is associated with the humanities. They like the depth and the breadth of the material. This makes them a very flexible learner. Now remember again, since they deal so much on values, this means that they're going to have an internal compass, which is always directing and guiding their actions, whether they are in a learning situation or any others. They like to learn independently, and they are motivated by those values. They're going to lean toward any knowledge that really is going to help improve the lives of other people's, and they're personal learners. Personal learners mean that they like to learn personally, and they like to learn about persons because they enjoy abstracts, they enjoy patterns, and they're idealistic. Now, when they're idealistic and they create these ideas, they are extremely loyal to these ideas. So let's look at their classroom environment. They like individualized, personalized approaches for their learning. So if you're sitting in a large lecture hall of 450, 500 students, they're not going to be overly excited because they know that you have created a script for everybody. They are independent. They would much prefer to learn outside of the classroom. So in order to engage this kind of a learner, you want to use more emotions in that classroom. You want to provide cooperative space. You want unstructured activities. Some small group work will work well for them as long as the group is small, meaning not a small amount of work, but a small amount of people in the group. And partners are usually going to even be better. Now they also, remember, need a lot of creativity and a lot of imagination because they are very, very original. They are curious and creative, and they have this very long-term vision.